As the Central Valley bakes through a run of dangerous triple-digit heat, medical experts are urging people to hydrate, seek shade, and stay near AC to avoid serious health issues. Dr. Vijay Bains, an emergency medicine specialist with Kaiser Permanente Central Valley, walked me through what he's seeing in the ER as extreme heat grips the region.
As the temperature rises and we get into these triple digit numbers, you're going to see more and more patients coming in for heat related illnesses. So you're going to have a spectrum. You're going to have patients that come in for things like heat exhaustion, dizziness, muscle cramps, fatigue, nausea, drenched in sweat, all the way to some of the worst things that could happen, which are heat stroke. And I can go a little bit more into detail about that as
Yeah,
well.
that actually leads perfectly into my next question. How do you tell the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke? What type of symptoms?
Great. That's a great question too. So heat exhaustion is kind of what I just described. But once you get to a point where you're a little bit more confused, you're altered, as we call it, you have any sort of loss of consciousness or have any seizure-like activity, now you're in the realm of heat stroke, and that is a medical emergency. So for heat exhaustion, find a cooling place. For heat stroke, call an ambulance.
Whether it's heat stroke or exhaustion, who's most at risk right now?
So the people that are most at risk for any heat-related illness are going to be young children, the elderly, anyone with comorbid conditions, and that could be things like heart disease or diabetes. But it can also range to athletes, in-season athletes that are working a little bit harder than usual, especially with the heat going on. If you're feeling the symptoms of heat exhaustion, like I mentioned before, find a cool place, let your body rest in a shaded area. If you can ideally find a place indoors with air conditioning, that's the most ideal place to cool down. But those are the most important steps if you're starting to realize that your body is kind of warning you about the heat exhaustion you will be experiencing.
Also, a new poll says extreme heat is having a bigger impact than ever on Americans' lives. According to a survey conducted by the Associated Press, 68% of people say the heat is impacting how they spend time outside, and 50% say it's impacting how they sleep or how they exercise. These numbers are all higher than the last AP heat survey conducted in 2024.